I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good morning, Erno Hannink. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day?
I am great. Thank you, Angel.
Hey, it's a great pleasure to connect with you. Angel here. Angel, this is Angel.
Angel.
Please, yeah, you're good. You're pronouncing it. So pronounce it the way Erno is, right? So it's like Angel.
Engel is Dutch, right? It's an angel.
Yeah.
Engel is a Dutch. It's a Dutch word.
You're very correct. So it's not a wrong pronunciation. It's just my wife likes to hear the Angel. So
yeah.
I want to get you on her best books. Yeah. But please do tell me, Erno, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in the Netherlands.
Oh, sweet.
So Europe.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's amazing. Isn't the technology fascinating?
It is just great.
Well, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
Well, I think is because I'm very good at social media, and I'm a podcaster as well, like you, and you invited me through LinkedIn, because I'm pretty visible on LinkedIn, and I love what I do there.
Yeah. Podcaster, family podcaster.
Yeah, great.
So tell us about the show, the Erno Hannink Show.
It's I do interviews with entrepreneurs, and I ask them questions about how they do on social media, on online, and how that helps their business. So how does they get clients and customers via social media or online marketing?
Is your podcast in English?
It is not.
Yeah.
Most of it is in Dutch, but I have some guests in English. I have some English guests, and then we do it, of course, in English. But let's say 85% is in English, so 20% is 85% is in Dutch, and 20% is in English. And I have some older ones with coaches. I have some newer ones with business coaches. I have some great interviews in English as well.
Wonderful. You've been podcasting for quite a bit now. It's almost 3 years?
Yeah, it is. And I started just in English, and I've noticed that if I really want to excel and really shine in the Netherlands, I should just keep it in Dutch. So that's why I switched about 2 years ago to Dutch and have some English interviews as there as well.
Yeah. Focus. I love it. I mean, I didn't get to listen in. I'll definitely go check back on the English version because I couldn't understand the Dutch version. But hey, who did you learn this skill from? The skill of not just doing the same model of business, but actually adding value through a conversation.
I'm not sure. I think it happens mostly because you listen to a lot of podcasts, you read blogs. I read a lot of books as well. I connect with a lot of experts in my field in social media. I go to international events, speak with them, do some short video recordings with them, and then it kind of builds up. It's self-taught, but just by reading and talking to a lot of people.
Now tell us about the sales funnel part of what you do, please.
Yeah, I think it focuses a lot on how you get visitors on your website, and maybe not just on your website, but also on any social media channel that you have a presence, and then finally get them on your website to buy something. And it is partly connections on social media, having conversations, and using search engine technology to get people to your website, and in the end, using email to finally get them to make an offer to buy something from you.
What's a place for people to go to that will help them learn more of what you do?
Yeah, if you go in English, of course, I have ernohannink.com. That's the good place to go.
Let's spell that for them. So it's ERNOHANNINK. So it's like HANN and then ink. Hannink.
Yes, yeah. Correct.
Hannink.com. That's great. Well, tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I think it focuses a lot on social media. So connecting with people on social media, having conversations with them, using the connections that I have, and secondly, writing publishing posts on my blog a lot. I think that's the main thing that I do, combined with sending email with the people that are on my list. That keeps me connected to the people and keeps them interested in what I do.
How does that make you feel?
It's just great. I mean, it's you make content once, you spread it on various channels, and you get all these opportunities for people that want to learn from you, that want to talk to you, that want to meet you or work with you. So it's just wonderful to have all these connections with people, and then especially internationally. I love having talks with people from the US or from Finland or from Australia, whatever. And it's just the today with the internet, it's just so easy to have connections everywhere.
Yeah. You're hearing the joy in your voice. Like this
Thank you.
really excites you, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
Suggest to someone out there why they should do what you've done by increasing the communication process in their sales.
I think that what a lot of people do today, I see on LinkedIn, for example, they have these open network people that invite a lot of people and have more and more connections, which on one hand is good because LinkedIn, for example, opens up for you when you have more connections. But the other part, if you don't connect really with people, if you really don't get into a conversation with people, you don't know them. So you have no idea when to use them or when to send somebody to them or when to answer a question. And I think the most important part, what you want to do is if you go on these networks, and maybe you should just go to on one or two, but have conversations. So make sure that when you make new connections that you converse with these people so that you have interaction so that they get to know you and you get to know them so you can see how you can help them.
Amazing audience, we are live with Erno Hannink. Do check him out. He is the podcaster of Erno Hannink Show, and you can get that. That's available on everywhere, right? iTunes, everywhere podcasts are available. Yes. Well, of Erno, course. Wonderful. Erno, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Erno, what is your earliest childhood memory?
That is a difficult question. I have to think about that a little bit, but I think I'm going back to my childhood where our dog is in our house, and we had a black Labrador, and it was a wonderful warm dog, and we had other small animals as well in our home, and playing outside and playing with friends. I think that's the best memories that I have from my childhood.
Yeah, so tell me about the dog. Did something happen with the dog?
No, not really. He came as a puppy when I was just born, when my mom took him in, and he died, I believe, when I was like 11 or 12. So he stuck with us for a long time, and that's, I think, is part of it why I have such good memories of him. He's of course very warm and gentle, kind dog, but he stick with us for a long time, so that it was just a great dog for me going through my childhood.
How old do you think you were in this earliest childhood memory?
Yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4.
Wow. So why do you think this memory is so clear?
I think that having a dog, it's like having a friend, and a friend that always wants to come to you and wants to play with you and wants to go outside, and so it's a lot about love and warmth that you feel, and I think that's the same with the friends that you have at a time, is that it's there is no worries. It's a lot of freedom and lots of laughter and joy.
Wow. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that when we started talking about sales and even growing your communication, how you lit up, right? How the joy in you just went up. And then you went to expand on the value of having conversations, the value of building friendships, and to see that you were at that point in time into that relationship, even though it's your dog, right? The relation model of what you've now built and continue to build. It's fascinating how they both connect.
I agree. I didn't think about that.
If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
I'm not sure. I know one thing. I was really into soul and disco music. I did a little bit of DJ stuff on my room.
Oh, really?
Yes. I wasn't very good, but I did it. I loved the music. and recorded a lot of songs from the radio. Of course, that was very typical, with the tape cassettes at the time.
Yeah, I remember those days.
And but I listened to a lot of music. Music was really an important part of what I did at that time.
Well, choose one song. You were definitely a DJ, so choose one song, please.
Yeah, I can tell you what my first single was, but
Sure.
it had nothing to do with the solo disco. It was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Oh, there
I
we
love
go.
rock and roll.
Well, the key word is definitely in there, right? Love.
Yes, I agree.
Well, my friend, we have now arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, or possibly a bit more. Erno, we're going to go pretty quickly here. Erno, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yeah, of course, my kids. We have 2 kids, and I love working with them. But I also have some freelancers that work with me, and I also do that with them too.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you said you have 2 children. Do you believe in God?
Not really, no.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, of course, I would say with the things we talked about before, yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, not really.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yeah, it's a little bit more than that. I think it's about an hour a day.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Oh my gosh, it's definitely more than 8.
You said, oh
I'm a
my
little bit
gosh.
ashamed of.
Oh, well, Erno, after having 1,001 conversations in 3 months, my voice began to sound like this. I'm joking. I came up with a workbook, and the name of the workbook is called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. Connected to that is the mission aspect of it, which is your own unique real statement. If you had to share with us, Erno, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
Online conversations are real. Online connections are real.
Well, my friend, I totally agree. And it's the reason we're speaking right now. Erno
I agree.
Hannink, this is a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I think if you want to really meet me and listen to me, you just look me up at iTunes or Player FM or whatever, and look for the Erno Hannink Show and just listen to the English versions, of course, mainly the English people listening right now, and tell me what you think about it, and make a connection with me. Find me on Twitter, for example, at Erno Hannink.
Erno Hannink, love it. Hey, thank you, my friend, for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.